Hi, welcome to today's blogging tips. I'm Kirsten, and today I'm going to give you some tips for blogging about the city you live in. A lot of people struggle when it comes to subject matter for their blogs, and no matter where you live, your location has a wealth of things for you to write about. Whether you live on a farm in the middle of nowhere or a big metropolis, there is an audience of readers who want to know what it is like there. Some people are just curious. What is it like to live in a tiny house in the middle of a forest? What is it like to walk onto your apartment balcony in the morning and look out at a concrete jungle? Other people have a more practical reason for wanting to know. They are planning to visit and they want to know what they should expect. To blog successfully about wherever you are, you need to understand that any location is more than just a physical place. Like people, places have qualities that make them unique. Culture, tradition, personality, things that are good and things that are not so good. I have read city blogs that made the mistake of focusing on the tourist attractions, the architecture, what the city looked like, with no attention given to the essence of the city. Yes, talk about those things, but you have to capture what is at the heart of that location. What makes it tick? What qualities does it have that makes it unique? I'll give you an example from a place I once lived in and still visit whenever I can. Cape Town. One of the most beautiful cities in the world. I could tell you about Table Mountain, Cape Point, the sunsets over the Atlantic Ocean, or I could tell you about the traditional song that was sung to me on my 50th birthday. Or the former prisoners of Robben Island who now give tours and tell painful stories about their past, which is also the history of South Africa. Now, one of those things will tell you about the beauty of Cape Town, but the other will tell you about what Cape Town is. So how do you capture the essence of a city or of any place? First, like any blog, a city blog works best if it's personal. If I'm reading about your city, yes, I want to know what there is to see and do there, but I want to know what makes it special for you. What do you love about the place so much that you are compelled to write about it? Second, talk about local issues and how you feel about them. A few years ago, I wrote about the fact that the mayor Toronto had at the time was a crack addict. I wrote about a fire at a local Hindu temple and how the Muslim refugees showed up and risked their own safety by going into the burning temple to salvage what they could. I have also written about the tragic aspects of life in Toronto, such as homelessness. It is important to present a multifaceted view of wherever you're writing about. No place is perfect, and if you paint a picture that is only sunshine and roses, your blog may not be believable. And third, watch your language. I'm not saying don't swear. That question is entirely up to you and should be based on what kind of audience you are writing for. But every place has its own jargon, words and phrases that aren't used anywhere else. And if your audience comes from outside of your location, they may not understand your jargon. If I start writing about toonies, the Sikhs, Newfies and Keeners, someone in, say, New Zealand might not know what I'm talking about. People often choose to live in places that reflect who they are and what they value. So blogging about your city or location can be a great way to tell your audience about yourself. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next video.